I can't do anything halfway. I can't do anything just a little bit. Just know that if you're like me and you build a greenhouse, just anticipate that there is an entire world that will probably blow your mind. I'm in. Over the past week or so after I finished the greenhouse, I've learned everything about when to sow which seeds and which temperatures they need to be for them to germinate, which ones require light. I've never done anything with any of that stuff before. For me, it's always been throw seeds in the ground and get frustrated that they don't come up. I'm continuing to dive deep very willingly into this endeavor. And I love it. I love every second of it. I'm probably gonna stop talking about the budget because I've been acquiring a good amount of items. I have decided that I am going to start soil blocking. 2 weeks ago, I heard that term for the first time, and I was like,
why would you want to block your soil? Like, don't you need soil to start seeds?
So, I have found out a lot of stuff. If we don't have the most epic season I have ever had, I don't think it's possible to not have the most incredible season that I have ever dreamt of having, and I am actually so excited. My priority is to set up the interior of the greenhouse so I can start some seeds. Last night, I organized my seeds, okay? And I had a moment of just thinking like, oh, that's it. That's it, I'm done for, this is who I am now. This is my whole personality. Okay, I cover them because Fleaches, he's watching and he is waiting. It's a little bit ridiculous. I have a spreadsheet. I wrote out everything, doesn't need to be started in the greenhouse 8 weeks prior to the last frost date. The last frost date here is April 10th, zone 7B on the southeastern United States. I just started like a little catalog here, which tells me, here's what I need to grab for at 11 weeks. And then I just used a folded piece of paper. I dropped in, okay, here's everything I need to start on January 30th, on March 13th, put everything into my spreadsheet. I had formulas for the dates. So I have everything organized here where I could just pick up my folded piece of paper when that date arrives and start sowing these seeds in the greenhouse. I have so much respect for people who do this for a living. I blame zinnias. Zinnias were my gateway drug. When I planted zinnias, they came up so easily and so abundantly, like I couldn't kill the plant even if I tried. And I moved that thing probably like 6 or 7 times throughout the first season that I had it. It was gifted to me from somebody and it just went crazy. Planted a whole field of zinnias the following year. Just kept saying, okay, I'm gonna do this a little better each time, just a little better. Now I have a greenhouse. It is way more involved than I expected it to be, but I wanna do it right because it means a lot to me. There's just something so special about putting in all of this work, all of this effort of not seeing something and then producing something tangible. It's such a gift to be able to do this. Like, I've always liked to make things, but this is just another level. I can't force my own will onto this. I could just follow tried and true steps and principles to produce results that people have produced for many, many, many years before I even came to this planet. Okay, let's just start working today. It is icy. Ooh, be careful. Alright guys, there's ice on everything. Welcome to my channel. My name is Shawnee and I built this greenhouse from scratch using mostly pressure treated 2x4s and corrugated polycarbonate panels. If you want to see those videos, how I made it through doing that, not so much how I did this, but it was a process trying to learn how to do something like this, going from watching videos and obsessing over content and how-tos to executing the process. Overall, I am incredibly proud of what I've built. I'm very excited to use it. Okay, gotta be careful because there is ice on everything. It is noticeably warmer in here though, which is great. Now today, I just want to do a little bit of organization, just a tiny bit of setup within this greenhouse so I could start to get it going for what I actually built it for. And that is to start seedlings so that I could have a beautiful garden this season. I've just historically put seeds into the ground and have been watching birds, have been watching animals, have been watching these guys. I lose a lot of seeds. I end up having to sow a lot of seeds into the ground and I lose a lot of them, or my biggest issue is that it's slow. Like, it's so slow going. I think I didn't really have anything going on in the garden until the end of June last year. And that kind of made me feel like I was missing out on the first couple of months of what could have been growing or showing. So that was my ultimate motivation for finally getting this going, was that I wanted this season to be different. My first greenhouse plant in here is my yucca. This poor thing has been transported all over the place. I think I've had this for maybe 5 years and it's gotten as big as like up here, and then it just always dies back in the winter and then it struggles to come back again. It still doesn't look that good. I don't know much about stuff like this, what it is, but that is my first greenhouse occupant. What I'm trying to figure out is shelving. I've got some lights that are coming, so I'm gonna have an extension cord. So I'm gonna need a place for that extension cord to live. I might just have it like peek through the window. Okay, what do we do first? I think I'm just overthinking it. So I'm fully anticipating as I go along, I'm probably gonna wanna move some of the things that I'm putting up. I'm not trying to have it be ultra permanent, and I need to figure out where I'm going to put lights and stuff. I imagine that I'll have a back shelf. Back shelf will be the primary shelf. I did order 4-foot shop lights. I have a pack of 6. So those should come in today. The shelf back here is my main piece. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you know what I mean. I don't know. Oh, my nails are so pretty. I just tried to grab the edge of a board. Ow. My nails slipped. Ouch. These are so strong though. Oh my God. What are you doing? Let's see if my extension cord reaches 50 feet. Now, I deliberated back and forth over and over, like, could I do solar? So set that I wasn't going to need any electricity in the greenhouse. And I don't think I do. Trying to now get electricity to the greenhouse to run my lights and to run heat baths. These will see if it will reach completely. I have a power strip for the multiple things that I'm going to plug in. This is way beyond more than I ever imagined I would be doing. We're gonna go with it. Borrowing some electricity for a bit. Reaches perfectly. Oh, that is like the exact length that is needed. Okay, that's good. Just have to be careful of this cord sitting out here for the next couple of months. That's fine. It's not like anyone's going to be doing any yard work anytime soon. Okay. I love this thing. If you are a newer homeowner or you're trying to decide to get tools, the miter saw is an incredible, useful, versatile tool. And I feel pretty safe using it too. Lila, come here. Thank you. Okay, you guys done? You done? Let's go. Grabbed all of this because these are going to be my seed starting trays. Now I have 6 of them, cookie sheets. I found so much information about, like, people swear by this or they swear by that, but I figured I would use something safe and cheap enough so that if I don't like it next year, I can decide to upgrade to like plastic cafeteria trays, but these are fine. They're fine. The thing about the gardening world, and it's probably like this in many other worlds, where you're gonna find a lot of people who are very pro one thing or anti another thing. At the end of the day, you just have to keep it as simple as works for you. And it can be hard to do. It's very challenging to do, especially when you want results, a specific kind of result for something that you've never done before. That's just kind of my approach to everything is I just get information paralysis and I just have to get my hands on it and actually try it. You know, as I hold these here in my hand, they are getting pretty cold. Maybe that's why people don't use them, but I do have some heat mats coming. So that might actually end up being a benefit for using these. I don't know. I'm just kind of like making it up as I go. I love the openness. I love this blank slate feel of everything in here. This will like sit like that. Okay, maybe I should start by doing the thing I often refuse to do. Just get things out of my way. Things out of my way. Get things out of my way. Get it out of my way. Ooh, ooh. Don't need any of this. Take the long pieces that I have here. What works best? I just basically want to be able to use these sills as an extension of the shelving. That was always my intention. Let's use the rest of these first. Okay, as long as we have the first screw on, then we can start to do this. That's about what I expected it to be because one shelf. It's pretty sturdy. I just need to put a board. Whoa. Okay, I just need to put a board down there. Ah! My God. I'm like not good at this anymore. I'm just being violent. I'm just being way too violent today. Ow! This is not working out today. I'm like, hello. Mwah. Mwah. You're just a baby. You're such a baby. Maybe I'll just put it like that because I don't want to go through. Even I have a limit as to how lazy I'm going to be for a simple project. And screws protruding from the bottom of my shelving is my limit. It hits my limit. I don't know, I can be a little careless when it comes to the simple projects like this because I just automatically assume it's gonna go fast and I still have to take my time with stuff like this because then I'll make dumb mistakes and end up having to fix a lot of things that I didn't expect to have to fix. Sticks out just a tiny little bit, but I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, I will be redoing this when I have a little more time to think about it, but right now it's fine. It is very nice to use a lot of the scrap stuff for this purpose. I'm still debating, like, if I paint all of this black, it would look so much more pulled together. Looking at the outside, I honestly don't know how I'm going to do that now. It just looks insane to try to do that. Even like taking off some of the screws would definitely ruin some of them. So I might just have to make peace with the fact that I'm not going to be painting this black anytime soon. So I'm so sorry if you were looking forward to that. I very much was looking forward to that. But if you've been watching this series, you know that I have talked at length about staining this greenhouse. We're just going to have to make do with its natural state. I now have a shelf, pretty sturdy. I'm not going to be resting anything too crazy on it. It's just going to have my seed trays. So let's set some things up. Oh, look at that. Ah! Oh, that's nice. They fit very nicely. Should be able to just come in. Look at that, wow. Is it gonna be enough to start? No, it will not. And then, here's the fun part. I'm going to have lights. I'm gonna have grow lights in here. So let's do this. I'm gonna use these for my lights. It's good too because the power supply is gonna be right over here. I'll be able to plug in everything from right over here. Almost like it reminds me of growing up. We moved a lot, like a lot. If you're ever interested in how many times I've moved in my life, please comment down below because it's insane. It's not okay. Some my fault, lots of it not. However, this reminds me of being a little kid and setting up my room for the first time. You kind of don't have a lot of nice stuff. You want to make it work in whichever way you best know how. So kind of what this reminds me of. I have all of this over here. Would I want some over here? Yes. Now I do have these left over, these pieces. This might be sufficient to continue the table. Yeah. I'm gonna have potted stuff that I'll probably want to keep over there. Let me show you. I'll probably want to keep all my potted stuff over here just to keep it clean. This is gonna have to evolve as I use it. And then all of my seeds are gonna live over here. I'm gonna extend out this right here. As of this moment, none of this actually is taking up more than I expected. I kind of thought that I would have much bigger shelves that I would need to put in, or more shelving that I would need to put in here. Giving it the space to evolve as I use it. So evolve with me, evolve with my needs, because I've never had a greenhouse before. So I don't know what I'm gonna need. I don't know what I'm going to need to do with this eventually. This is nice because it gets a lot of good sun over here. It does. Hi. Hi, chicken. I think while I'm at it today, I'm just gonna go ahead and trim out some of the windows here. $58.25. Let's be safe here. I'm a dumb idiot. For this spot right here. Okay, got my shelves done. I thought this thing was so cool. It's a little twist tie dispenser. I use a ton of these in the garden. So I'm gonna put this somewhere convenient. I'm going to also use it to suspend the lights. Those should actually be here today. This was the little container for my roofing screws, which works out really perfectly to put my plant tags. Now I'm also going to put in here all of the things that I want to have in here that I want to keep on hand. There is stuff that I used the shed for, and then there is going to be the stuff that I want to keep in here that's going to help me with starting plants, with maintaining plants. So we're just going to grab a couple tools out of the shed that I intend to utilize here in the greenhouse. A lot of over here. All these boxes. I don't need all these boxes. Use these. What is this? Oh, the nectar. What's all this? This. Oh. There is a lot of stuff in the shed that I would end up using in here, but I'm gonna let the shed be the shed and let the shed store tools. As I pop things up and decide how I need to best utilize this space, again, as I go along, then I'll bring things over here and create little storage solutions for that as I go. Okay, I had to take a little bit of a break and actually eat something. I have a very bad habit of working and actually not stopping to eat, just because I get so excited and I get so wrapped up in my project that I don't actually stop to take care of myself. So I ate. I have electrolytes here. And thank you in advance to my future sponsors, Element. This video is not sponsored. I don't have any sponsors right now. I would love to have sponsors of people that I use. I do drink a lot of Element because I really like it and I feel much better after. I've always loved drinking electrolytes from different manufacturers. I do like Element. They're a little more pricey than the others, but I like the taste. Okay, so this is good because I'm gonna be able to put 2 rows of lights right here. But man, look at my setup. This is so cool. Yeah, it really does get shaded over really quickly. So the lights are gonna help. It gets cool in here pretty quickly too. I still have some gaps and the door is still wide open. So sooner rather than later, I'm going to be closing that up. I'm not going to be seeding a large majority of items until about first week of February. We still have just a little bit more time. Right now it's January 21st. By the time you see this video, I will probably have started a few seeds. I do have Lisianthus, and I have heard that that is not an easy one. I'm going to start it next weekend. I was trying to set myself up as well as possible so that I can do the things that I kind of feel like I'm gonna need to do for this process, for all of this. Yes, there is gonna be a lot of overthinking, but that is to be expected because this is quite an involved process. So we're gonna learn it together as we go. You can stick around with me and learn it with me, or maybe you just don't care about learning it. Maybe you just wanna hang out with me. And if that's the case, I really love that you're here with me, having a lot of fun doing this. I'm so fiercely fighting the urge to just go wild and do all the cleanup work that I've been wanting to do. I'm gonna stay conservative today. I'm not going to exhaust myself. I did eat my snack and I drank my electrolytes. What's this? Sit. Pew. Yeah, usually. That's where I'm gonna end the video for today. Thank you for coming along with me and building out the interior of the greenhouse. Subscribe if you wanna follow along and ring the bell notification because I got a lot more work to do in this yard. I've actually got to build a bed over here. I'm gonna be growing watermelon again. Within the next 3 weeks or so, I'm gonna be having to figure out cattle panel trellis over here, mapping out where everything is gonna go. I brought all of this wood over here because I'm going to use this to build another garden bed. Reconfigure a few things over here. So yeah, would love for you to come back and keep checking on progress. Oh. Yeah! Ow! What happened? Okay, thanks for watching and I will see you next week, Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Hey! You just have to watch your step. This isn't gonna stay all year round.
Okay.
Just for like the next maybe 2 months.
All
Look,
right.
do you like?
Ooh, growing trays.
Look.
Oh, it's got a latch.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Cool. All right then.
Looks like a real lady setup.
Yes,
All right,
it is a real lady setup.
So I'm gonna put my little seeds in here.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the lights coming and they're gonna hang right here. That's what I put these on for.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it looks awesome. That's cool. Now you get to do the extra necessary touches on it too.
Yeah. Okay, who wants to go inside? Yeah, I figured, you know, this is good to get it going and I can change it as I want to, as I need to, as I go along.